Now, with a new season and a new chapter finally confirming the 7, let's update this video about the 7. In season 4, the visitor meteor hit Dusty and he built a rocket which launched and almost hit Tilted before creating a rift, which he sort of created multiple rifts to gather momentum to create a big sideways rift. And I'm going to speculate this: in order to close a sideways rift, it must either heal over time or be closed at both ends. Well, what I just said is fact, and that is actually confirmed through the Batman Fortnite Foundation comic. I'm just presuming that this is actually a sideways rift, and that's what I'm speculating. And because the visitor didn't leave anyone in Athena, no one was there to close it from that side, which was noticed by the Last Reality and allowed them to gain access to the island through Kevin. He then made a brief appearance at the end of chapter 1 before helping the scientists and the Foundation at the chapter 2 end event, and is a man of few words. The scientist comet didn't hit Dusty and was suspended in animation, so I'm going to speculate again, because the pure portal was broken. Essentially it had expanded in season 9, it had exploded at that point, but the singularity was paused. The scientist or the 7's plan, which I presume is this theorem they speak of in the tapes as well, was to get everyone outside the loop at the moment of expansion, which paused the singularity, which is quite possibly why again the scientist needed to open a sideways rift in order for the other members of the 7 to come in, who had been helping him but only through the rift beacon zones, and maybe were unable to travel through since the scientist was there prior to this happening. Again, this is all speculation. And then the scientist wasn't seen again until the end event of chapter 2, where he helped the Foundation and the visitor. Now we get onto the main man himself, the Foundation, who did turn out to be The Rock, which I did know from the last event because it literally sounded like him and that's what the speculation was at the time. But it's very cool that it's The Rock. Anyway, the Foundation received Jonesy's message, which was him throwing the rift device into the 0 point, and then the Foundation arrived soon after to start a fight with Jonesy, because at that point he thought it was still with the Imagined Order. And can I just say, thank God he didn't have his hands turned on that day. The Foundation asked about the sisters. Jonesy then saved himself by saying, "I can get you to Geno." The Foundation asked about the sisters. Associating Geno with the sisters, this will be relevant later. He saved the island by seeing himself into the 0 point. The Foundation ended up in Reality 1935, which is the Batman universe but in the world of Fortnite, where the Imagined Order were in cahoots with Lex Luthor and the Batman Who Laughs, who probably at this point was unable to return to the island because the 0 point was sealed. This is indeed speculation. They then opened a sideways rift in Metropolis. He and the Batman Who Laughs made it through to the island when they fought to the bitter end, when the Foundation came out on top, which was lucky for the Foundation because the Batman Who Laughs broke his visor, which damaged his suit. Of course, with his visor and his suit damaged, the moment the loop would have resetted, if he didn't win, he would have been looped and muted, and would have made this event very awkward. He then went to rescue Jonesy from the Order, and he said again, "You're going to give me Geno." The Foundation then tells Jonesy he's going to flip the island, so he tells Jonesy to disable the gyro system, which I presume is based off a gyroscope, which maintains balance in certain things. Paradigm currently seemed ousted by certain ranks in the 7, notably the Foundation, according to the scientists, which is no surprise to me as the tagline is allegiancy unknown. And if she is a member of the 7, why would your allegiancy be unknown? That is your allegiancy, you're a member of the 7, so I presume this isn't her only affiliation. Most people suspect that Paradigm is Singularity, and Donald Moss recently said that Singularity is not her only name she goes by, so it could be the Paradigm. It could even be Geno, strange enough. I mean, if she goes by multiple names, it really could be anyone. And quite an interesting connection with Singularity and the mech, and that the fact the mech was built by the unknown or the unnamed investigation agency. If you were to say that Singularity's allegiance is unknown because that was her allegiancy, it turns out that certain members of the 7 finds her untrustworthy, and it's not known why. Has this got anything to do with the Imagined Order possibly has the sisters? Because obviously when Jonesy mentioned about Geno, Foundation quickly asked about the sisters. I guess it's reasonable to assume Geno controls the 0 point, but because that is also confirmed in the comics that Geno has his hands on the 0 point, now we can also assume that the Imagined Order controls the 0 point, Geno controls the Order maybe. This is indeed speculation. Somehow at the moment the sisters are with the Order. Now, is it against their will? Or are they working for them currently? Who knows? But the Sisters and Paradigm and the last one we're going to speak about, Origin, were all at the end event in Chapter 1. So what happened between then and between this event to split the 7 up? And it's starting to sound like Tate Nat. There's a few members that left and 3 of them are still trying to keep the band going. But it seems like Paradigm went through something according to the scientists, and even the scientist is apologetic for her situation. And obviously it's not known if the 2 sisters will just be called the Sisters or keep being referenced as the Sisters. They might have other names, but at the moment it's just the Sisters. And Origin is the last member of the 7. We literally know nothing of Origin, at least with Paradigm. We had a tagline and the skin. So guys, thanks for watching. If you did enjoy this one, leave a like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's been your boy mrjayowhy. Until next time, bye bye.